The football great Lawrence Taylor is placed on probation, and individuals are wondering, well, at first he said he hadn't done anything and this and that. Well, why would he take the, you know, admit to this and move on? I guess they don't understand the court system. Okay? Now, these prosecutors and these judges, they have a deal like this. If they want to get you, you're done. So it's either you're going to take the lesser or you end up getting the worser. I mean, the harder you can get off, okay? Because a lot of times the prosecution, they have it made, man. They're all the judge and the prosecutor, all them working for the government, for the state. And they give more credence to the prosecutor. I rarely hear them beating down the prosecutor. They more beat down and caution the defense. Like this Judge Gooden, I mean, you got to be careful when you go before him, so that if, for example, the other night I was coming into my place, it was about close to 12, parking my vehicle, walking the road. This young child, this person approached me and talking about, you want to date. I said, no. When I looked in her face, she looks very young. Now I know in the Bay Area here, you have these little girls from all over the place coming and doing business. So she says, "Do you have anything to eat? Do you have a couple bucks I could get?" Well, right away I know that this is a setup because this is how the government works. You see, the FBI has a profile of everybody, and my profile is that I'm very compassionate. So that if you ask me about something, you can have something I could eat. I'm hungry, or I need a couple of bucks to buy something to eat. I will give you my last whatever I have. So whenever they come to me with that, right away I suspect it's the FBI and the government, and I'm going to be extra cautious. I was going to invite her up to my room, and I'm not going to pay for none of that, and so on. I'm not going to do the prosecution thing. But then I remember, you know what? In the van, I have a sardine, and I have a can of Vienna sausage. So I said, well, okay, I have this in the van. I gave it to her, and I left. But she came back by my door, and she's talking. So I said, well, do you have ID? Do you have kids? Yeah, I have 2 kids, and they're in New Mexico with my boyfriend. Your parent? I asked her a whole bunch of questions. She said, so when I asked her, I said, you have ID? She said, no. I say, do you have any other thing that with your birth date or something like that? She said, you're asking too many questions, and she walked away. So, that's how it goes down now. Had I taken her up to my place, she's telling me that she's 19. And they come up bustling the door and come and arrest me. I mean, and the prosecutor said, look, you could go to trial, or you could accept this deal. I mean, what to do? I mean, the deal both could be bad, the offer as well as the conviction in a trial. But sometimes when you didn't think straight and you went in that situation, you have to settle for that. But in Taylor's case, if he had said, I'm still innocent, I'm going to trial, he's black, the prosecutor's white, I don't know what race the woman is, but you go to court and they get some jury there that's white or whatever, you can get the maximum. So all he has to do is be good for the 6 years and he'd be all right. But it doesn't mean necessarily that you're guilty or nothing. Because in this case with this woman that wanted to come to my place, I mean, I really, really believe that she was, I believe she was 19. But the court gonna argue, they're gonna have a whole bunch of stuff saying you know this and you know that, and then come with all kind of this and that, and you get convicted, you go to jail. So it's better to be free under probation and the stuff like that. So it doesn't mean that you're guilty or nothing, but it just means that you have to be smart. If you're in a situation where they're going to execute you or they're going to give you a manslaughter charge, don't play brave and I'm going to fight this. You'll get executed for real. Take the manslaughter thing, take the 5 to whatever they can give you or something like that, and walk. You're not accepting that you're guilty, but that's how life is. I mean,